Hey guys, welcome to the Cerberus video. I am happy that we finally get to do Cerberus. He's the only dog in the game. He's the only pet dog. And you don't only get one, you get 3 of them. Now I don't know for sure if it's 1 body and 3 heads. Cerberus was a 3-headed monster, but hey, whatever. And before they called themselves Cerberus, they thought of many other names like X-Boys, Children of Dogtown, and Bark 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 as alternate options. Some of the flavor text in this game is super weird. Anyway, so we learned it from them, Bark Bark Bark. I guess that's what they don't speak English. And they are falling into the commander spectrum at around a B class. But I give them like a B class novelty, because like they're not as bad as most B class. They do have some use, but like you wouldn't main them, and you maybe would use them as a farming commander. But let's talk about their skills, and that'll explain better why. You get Cerberus as an A class commander from the Ironheart booster or the Strongest Commander pack. Like whenever you just open an A, you get him, and you can get him out of the Warp Gate. It's just really rare. I think like it's a 5% chance to get an A, and if you do, it's like a 1% chance to get him. So he's hard to get to S class. I recently got mine to S class, and I ate him. But I re-got him back as A, so here he is. Alright, so for skill number 1, we have Acid Jet. 20% chance to trigger before the next action. Target's defense of this attack will decrease by 10% until the activator's next action. So, and they won't be able to heal. Okay, really good counter to Grievous, but not a lot of people are maining Grievous these days. And it lasts until the activator's next turn. So it hits the front row, and that means that your back row can also get the benefits of this buff if your front row procs it. But it's a 20%. We don't get too excited about stuff like this. You're not going to use it to counter Grievous or anything. It's just it's somewhat useful in a small situation, so not so great. And it's 1% per level, so not great. All right, second one is a 40% chance. And it says, chance to trigger for the next action, there will be an additional 2 attacks, and they will deal 10% of normal damage. And we're going to see this scales really nicely. And even though it says 40%, this thing goes off way more than 40%. It feels like it goes off more like 60 or 80%. Anyone that's used him knows that like it's very rare that you don't get a Hydra-headed attack when you want one. But we'll see that in a minute. And the third ability is a typical infantry walker, or infantry awakening, hits the back row. The way you would build Cerberus is because he doesn't have a guaranteed hit, you're going to need to get some accuracy, right? So the typical Apocalyptor is fine. What is it? I always forget. Skywalker is just fine. Infantry crits a lot, so Skywalker actually might be better because of the total crit damage, but it's kind of a wash in my opinion until we get better math and to really see how things scale past level 20. So either one of those is fine. If you don't have those yet, a Soul Eater works just fine. I don't recommend Whisper because it's just pure crit. You're better off getting the accuracy from Soul Eater. So double Soul Eaters if you can't get the other stuff is fine. As far as pants are concerned, best in slot is going to be your dodge pants. If you wanted to go for damage, you could go for the Magiwell pants. Or if you were desperate for accuracy, going against other infantry commanders maybe, you could go with the Voltar. But until then, you know, a typical Gale is fine. I wouldn't recommend using Fabrication or anything. You do not want to get hit with this commander. What did I just push? Oh, we're live. Okay, so what did I miss? Oh yeah, chess piece. Chess piece, you're going to look at the Void is best. Unless you know you have a tier advantage over your opponent, you can go with Black Knight. And if you don't have those yet, Body of Phoenix and Shaledri are just fine. I don't recommend Pangolin on him if you don't have to have it. Alright, so going into our first replay, I think I only have one good replay worth showing. Here we go. Okay, so this is going against a 12 monster. I sent tier 9. What? I'm in the middle of a video. Sorry. Okay, tier 9 Walker does activate infantry. You see the Hydra-headed attack go. You see the damage is rubbish because I don't have a lot of Walker research yet at the time of this video. So right there, 1,000,006, and then for 10% is 134,000. So it does actually hit slightly more than 10%, even though it's only supposed to be 10%. So once again, we have a hit for 110, and then the 10% attack hits for 140. So like I said, it does hit. It feels like it hits more often than 40%, and it feels like it hits for a little bit harder than 10%. So that could have something to do with the crit and how it affects the base. I don't know, but you get the idea. It's pretty close. And once again, another Hydra-headed attack. Is that 5 in a row? Are we 5 for 5 on Hydra heads? Let's see how many we miss. Oh, there's one. That one didn't go. Oh, next row goes. That's front row. Okay. I might have missed one. We might have missed 2 so far. And then, of course, we won't trigger any more Hydra heads now. There's no creeps left to trigger it. And that's that. So not a lot to talk about with Cerberus. Like I said, he kind of falls into the B-class commanders. He's not really great enough to main. He's a decent farmer commander, and he's kind of fun, but you don't want to put more than, say, a 900 leadership into him. And for those of you that were on the line group today that knew I was out trying to get my captain's hat, I went to Goodwill. I went to Walmart. I went to... That's it. Goodwill, Walmart, Rite Aid. Couldn't find a captain's hat. But I did find this. So, I guess we have a captain's hat. But no, I am not going to do the Takeda and Rogers video in this hat. So, if you want to send me a hat, I'll put the address in the description below. And if you're new to the community, subscribe. Leave a comment if you have any questions. If you think I'm wrong about Cerberus or there's something exciting you want to show me, we're online, the Line app, Line. You can find us on Discord. Our community is growing, so, chime in. Get to know us, introduce yourself, find out what server you're on, what guild you're from. Just because you're not the biggest, baddest guy on your server doesn't mean you can't, interact with the rest of the community, because it seems like the most of us are just socialites and we're not the biggest on our servers anyway. But we look forward to hearing from you. Thanks for watching the video, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye.